Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Wednesday, October 13th, 2019. It's 2:24 p.m. here in Arizona. Let's look at all the amazing patterns and shapes in the Bitcoin chart and see what we make of them. Of course, as always, entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. See the disclaimer in the video description. S&P 500. We're still in an uptrend, although the MACD is beginning to turn to look as though we're going to start working on a negative cross. The Russell 2000 index looks like we just had, or we're just about to have, a negative MACD cross. So those markets are slowing down slightly. It's a green and a red day here, kind of a mix across the markets. And one thing I wanted to note, as I will at the end of the video when I talk about blockchain education, really, when you're part of an amazing group like blockchain education and you're following that methodology and you're working with a lot of other traders and you have many eyes in the markets and you have even an automated trading system that enters you into trades if you choose, or if you wish to do that manually, doesn't matter. Every day there's altcoins that make money. Every day there's altcoins that lose money. You don't need to wait for Bitcoin to be on a bull run, nor do you have to wait till alt season to start making money. If you're a trader with the proper methodology, you don't really care if it's a bear or bull market. You can always make money on coins that are green that day. And if you want to short, you can make money on coins that are red. But just note, NEO is up 5% today. Algo is up 5%. TRX is up 2%. If you were in those trades, what do you care if it's a down day for BTC? Looking at Tether into Bitcoin, 1.2 billion into Bitcoin, 531 million into Ethereum. Our real market cap, or I should say reported market cap, is 158 billion, and the real volume is, over the last 24 hours, is 178 million. That's mediocre. We really need at least 300 million to have a mediocre day. So it's kind of half a mediocre. Very low volume. Surprised to see that on a Wednesday. Bitcoin dominance has been going down the last couple of days, of course. It's at 68% today. The altcoin market cap's at 73 billion. One thing I thought I'd mention is, do note that back in 2018, like December 2018, we were in 400, 500 billion market cap. Now we're down at 73 billion. Well, that might be somewhat discouraging to some, but if you look at it, we have been sideways in this triangle basically or I should say rectangle, for quite a while. Does that mean we're at the bottom? Well, it does mean that we certainly have found a stable altcoin market cap and we've been hanging out there. So, if nothing else, bottom or not, what does stability mean to you? Does that mean we're at the bottom or not? I don't know. Sideways for quite a while. So it looks like maybe between 144 billion and 36 billion. We've been in that range for ever since really last July, mid-July. So a lot of sideways action in the altcoin market cap. To make of that what you will. Longs versus shorts across Bitfinex, BitMEX, and Binance. 61% longs, 38% shorts. Bitfinex, BitMEX positive, more longs than shorts. Binance, more shorts than longs. Seems to be a regular trend. Looking at the weekly, we are well above the 200 moving average, and all the super guppy EMAs are green. But one thing to note, we really need this on the weekly, this MACD, to turn negative. The blue line, the MACD line, really needs to start trending upwards. It looks like it's beginning to work on that, but we got probably maybe a couple of weeks to go. Of course, the daily will turn positive first, most likely, but really the weekly MACD, being positive or negative, does put a lot of stress on Bitcoin to dump when it's negative and to pump when it's positive. Looking at the daily, just kind of want to look at the daily chart here, and do note there's a lot of ways to see different patterns in charts. I would say there's probably a different way of seeing patterns. There's as many different ways of seeing patterns as there are traders who look at TA. So, but something I'm noticing is, looking at the daily, if we zoom out a bit, really, we could be in the midst of a tremendously huge, amazing bull flag. And here's the flag pattern, bullish flag. You go up your flagpole, you find a channel down, and then boom, you blast off. And if that was the case, if we broke out and this followed kind of the general rules of a bull flag, we could easily be up to 18,000 again or more. So make of that what you will. I think there's a possibility that this pattern might play out. Now, looking at the looking at the daily chart, we're below the 200 moving average. That's this trend line here, and just some shapes that I'm seeing, some patterns. This, to me, even though it doesn't quite match how a descending triangle is usually made, they do tend to break positive. And as we look, this is a descending triangle pattern, although we ascended into it. So, possible. But one thing I think it definitely does show is that we are squeezing. And this would show that we got to make some kind of a price action by the 15th of November. Now, one that I think more traders tend to be agreeing with recently, I'm noticing, is this being a falling wedge pattern. So, but once again, we didn't fall into it, we ascended into it, so But basically, if we call this a falling wedge, they tend to usually break out positively. So, we're in this, and basically, its ending point where we'd have to break positive or negative is the 20th. So, if I want to call this a descending triangle here, well, it looks like the 15th is about when it would have to break out. And then if we look at this as this other pattern, as a falling wedge pattern, that looks like November 20th it would have to break out. So we're starting to see some pressure. It's getting forced down that nozzle. And so I think a price action probably is going to have to happen, mid-November, I would imagine, looking at those patterns. Looking at the 4-hour chart here, we have been recently working really since, September, you could say August, well, no, let's say September, well, end of August. We really have been working between 10,200 and 8,000. So we do definitely have VPVR volume, buy-sell volume at 8,000. We also have it at 10,200. And here in the chart, since basically September, the end of September, we've been working in that range. So, unless we broke, negative, which would take us down to 5,000 possibly, definitely if we can get past this 200, boom, we shall see. I'm just making the point, we're going sideways. It's not incredibly exciting, but at least we're within this range of support and resistance in the chart and buy-sell volume. Looking at the 2-hour chart, we're below the 200 moving average. But the MACD is positive, as we can see. The 2-hour chart for Bitcoin, especially looking at the MACD, really does tend to show very immediate price action. And it looks like with the MACD MACD positive, well, and the SAR indicator positive, well, we're below the 200 moving average, well, it just means we're sideways. So I don't sound too excited about it. I just want to go over these charts, but really we are just kind of going sideways. Now this pattern here, I see it as a symmetrical wedge pattern, but they don't necessarily denote a bullish or a bearish breakout. They just denote a breakout. But once again, as we get on this 2-hour chart, we do look here, you need a breakout by around the 14th or 15th on this chart. So really, looking between like the 15th and the 20th, really we're getting squeezed in some of these patterns, and something's got to happen. Being normal is boring. Basically, well, it's kind of like the chart right now. It's sideways. It's a little boring. But hey, do note this, that, let me find it here. Where is that? Here it is. Over here at Coin360. There are green coins today, and a person could have gotten in any of these and made money regardless of what Bitcoin is doing, regardless of what the mix is in the market of green or red. There's always some green coins, and that's how traders make money. And here's the thing. Click on the link in the show description. Watch this infomercial about blockchain education. If you want to sit back and chill and watch some videos and learn the methodology, you can make money where in a bull market or a bear market, alt season, not alt season, there's always green coins every day. It's all about finding them. It's all about getting in on those and knowing when to get out. And this is where I've been making the most money over the last 2 years. Really, is just using the blockchain education methodology has done me quite well. And even if you're at zero, no idea how to do TA, this is a great place to learn. It's a great place to start, and there's a very supportive family of traders there that truly do care about one another being successful. And there's always traders in there that you can, in the 24-hour chart, that you can have a look at your charts. You can ask for charts. Hey, how's this call doing? How's this call doing? Hey, look at this. I just found something. What do you guys think? Is this going in the right direction? Get interactive. Really, as a musician, I've learned more going to jam sessions than I have any formal lessons. And really, the Blockchain Education 24-hour chat room, it really is like a jam session. And that's where you may find you learn a tremendous amount and find a supportive crew that wants you to be successful. So come join the team. I'm Cowboy Craig in the chat. I hope to see you there. As Jonathan Regan, one of the founders of Blockchain Education, says, let's build something great together. As always, like, share, and subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you again tomorrow.